What up, y'all? This is Jamba here with another video. This is going to be a little different. This is another video about wheat waffles, and I've covered him a couple of times recently. But I'm going to be doing a video reaction of wheat waffles by another content creator named John Anthony Lifestyle. Now, John Anthony Lifestyle is, I guess, a dating coach. He does not necessarily associate with other people. Like he has a lot of beefs, right? And I'm not going to go into necessarily what I think about this guy. But I saw this pop up because I was, because again, I watched We Waffles' last video, and this is a reaction to it. Obviously, if you could tell by the title, John Anthony thinks that We Waffles is a loser. Okay. So I've only watched like maybe a minute or so of this video, and I'm like, you know what? Let me do a reaction. So let's just dig in here.
Blowouts. The reason this happens is because she thinks.
And I'm not gonna watch this whole video, you guys. I'm just maybe about 12 minutes of it.
That he keeps building. These are all pure assumptions. He's not examining how he ran the interaction, how he texted, all the things that really matter. He's just looking, oh, I'm an average guy, so anything that happened to me in my little experiment here applies to all average guys across the world. What's up, guys? Johnny.
One thing about this guy that he might even talk about it. This guy brags a whole lot about his body count, and I think he says it's like in the 500s or thousands or something ridiculous. And I'm not saying ridiculous because it anything over a certain amount is a ridiculous number, regardless if he's lying about it or not. So this guy is a character, but y'all could just kind of see for yourself.
Anthony here from John Anthony Lifestyle. We are back again to analyze the Wheat Waffles video, okay, on his little comeback after a fake retirement. He allegedly approached 500 girls, and now he's drawing all these conclusions about men of all different types of looks, of all different ages, different hairlines, different ethnicities. He's learned all these different things by himself, aka one data point, doing 500 approaches. Okay, this is just a clever way for him to clickbait people and then mass push as assumptions all the black pill, objectively false beliefs about how the game is all looks. Okay, the game is not at all looks. Women respond to behavior.
This guy got a hair transplant, and I'm not saying this as a way to shame him for getting a hair transplant, but it's mighty funny how he's saying that dating is not about looks. That's fine, but he's the guy who most guys have not had a hair transplant, right? That's not something that most guys don't do that. He did that. So, just a little bit of irony there, but let's continue.
Women respond to survival and replication value. Okay, that's been proven in evolutionary psychology. I've been coaching this now for over 10 years, and I've had thousands and thousands of average-looking students get lots of results with hot girls. I've already done multiple parts on this video. We're going to try to finish it off today so that I don't have to keep coming back and looking at this stupid kid's face. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and put on the notification bell to never miss a video, and like the video if you're finding value. All right, here we go. And also check out on the end screen, we'll have the other parts linked.
He can insult this guy all he wants to, and I debunk it so I ain't got to see his face. But every time he does a video, just like I'm not, I don't have no beef with this guy, but it's just a weird thing to say because when We Waffles makes a video, it gives you an opportunity as a content creator to make content based. So it's like a weird thing. Also too, and again, this is just kind of critical thinking skills. Mind you, I haven't paid for this guy's boot camp or what is it, the platinum dating system.com. I obviously haven't done any of this stuff, right? But I just need y'all to think critically. If this man had the answers for average men to get quote unquote hot women, if he truly had those answers and had the waypoint to where it was just this wildly successful thing, would this man not be worth multi millions of dollars? I'm not saying this guy's not a millionaire, but I'm willing to bet you that most people haven't heard of him. I mean, he has 200,000 subscribers, which is substantial. I ain't got any subscribers, right? But just think, if this guy truly was as good at helping young men y'all don't think it like he would be like, you know what I'm saying? Like he would be a lot more famous, a lot more successful, a lot more known. He'll be one of the most wealthy people in the world. If he truly had the answers, I don't think he's Sway. I don't think he has the answers. But let's see what he says though. Let me not knock this guy's hustle.
As for the second tier, if you are an average guy in my looks level or in and around, you'll likely be placed as tier 2. Women will be happy you've approached and say things like, "You've made my day. You should do this more often. You can message me," but 9 times out of 10, they are only happy you've approached and not happy to get to know you. I will say that again. 9 times out of 10, they're only happy you've approached, but not happy to get to know you.
Keep in mind, he's one data point, okay? And he keeps leaving his game out of the equation, or lack thereof. He has no game. He has no good strategy. And his inference is, okay, I'm Wheat Waffles. I look.
How does he know that though? How does he? So here's the issue. The issue is that because number one, this guy makes claims all the time about how many women he slept with, but we haven't, unless he has on his Patreon all of the videos of all these women that he's sleeping with, and he has the footage like he's a porn star. So maybe he has it. I don't know. But the problem with what it is, and I'm gonna let him rock. But the problem is, he's making all these inferences as he doesn't have any game. Well, how do you know he doesn't have any game? He didn't show it. So why would you automatically come to the assumption that he doesn't have? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think it's just a weird. Like, sure, it fits your narrative.
Average, and 9 times out of 10, the girls are just happy that I approached and they're not happy to get to know me. That's because he's rolling up like a pussy, most likely. Okay, he's saying canned lines on the opener. He has no strategy about how to direct the interaction. He says his strategy after that is just to ask random boring questions. Which is no surprise why the girls aren't interested in that. Girls don't want to stand there and be interrogated, okay, especially not by a little boy. Okay, who was just delivering pizzas recently, which is a true fact. And his arguments are so terrible. You can't infer.
What is him having delivering pizzas? Why was that a? If it's all about game and it's not about looks or your income, then why would him delivering pizzas be a knock?
Like, he's only looking at this one dimensionally. He's like, I look average. This is how the girls responded to me. Therefore, this applies to all guys that are my looks level. You simply can't do that. Okay, this is a skill game, and the way that you open, okay, the confidence that you exude, the way that you carry yourself, how comfortable you are in your own skin, your ability to flirt, okay, your eye contact, your vocal tonality, your body language. There's so many different things that go into the equation. He's ignoring all of that and then saying, oh,
I don't think he's ignoring all that. And I do think that those things are important, but those things do not matter. If the woman is not physically attracted to the guy, all of those things are not going to win her over, quote unquote. It's not gonna turn the needle from a no to a yes. It might turn the needle from a no to a maybe, possibly. Um, you know. And here's the thing too. You got to understand, like both of these guys, I'm not trying to sell y'all nothing, right? I'm not trying to there's no link that's going to take you to the Jamba course, right? This guy has a link. This guy has a lot of things, the stuff that you can buy. And look, if you want to check out his stuff, if you think it's going to help you out, then absolutely go for it and report back to me. Wheat Waffles has like a face rating. Like these guys are both they're big YouTubers, especially this guy. So you have to kind of understand that a lot of this information that this guy is giving you, it's for the purpose of it's for the purpose of trying to sell you on something because you more than likely don't have the answers, but he does and he can help you. So this is I'm not saying grift in a bad way, but this is a grift, y'all.
Oh, she only responded this way because I'm average looking. And every other guy that's average looking, 9 times out of 10, they won't want to get to know you. Okay. And he also has this preconceived notion that since he doesn't look like a Chad model, that only 10% of the girls are going to want to get to know him. It's because his game blows. Okay. He has no game. He has no strategy. Okay. I have a 20-year optimized system that guys plug into, and it just starts printing dates.
You see what he's doing? The free, now he's saying the free 30-minute call. So you can get a free call where you know, he's selling you guys. He's selling you something. He is selling you a thing. This is all salesmanship, right?
for them in the first week.
And I'm not saying it to knock it, right? So I don't want. He would never do a reaction to me because I'm just a nobody. But that is what this is, you guys. That is what this is. Be mindful.
They literally are texting what I text, messaging on Tinder what I message, optimizing their online profile, and then they're running their dates like fucking
Listen to what he just said. Wait, hold on. Watch the bullshit. Watch this.
online profile, and then they are texting what I text, messaging on Tinder what I message,
Messaging on Tinder what I message. But what's the problem with that? What's the problem with that? It's not going to work. You can't, if you give me the perfect template of what to message a woman that'll give me a date, but I don't get any matches, then the information is pointless. Right? So you have to get through, that's what I was saying earlier. You have to get through the barrier of entry of being able to get a match or being able to get, swiped righted on and match with somebody in order for that even to happen. And she has to then read it because you got a lot of women who match with plenty of men but don't read half the matches that they get. They just go straight to the guys who they really interested in. They just go straight to the retired NFL player. They go straight to the personal trainer. They go straight to the surfer, like whatever that they want. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a guy who even lucked out that second round, so y'all kind of see what I'm saying here?
optimizing their online profile, and then they're running their dates like fucking clockwork according to the blueprint that I put out, and doing the closing back at the house like clockwork. And then they start getting lots of dates, lots of hookups, and lots of opportunities for rotation or girlfriends. We just reopened for 2 days.
If this guy's thing truly was that, then he would be a lot like this guy would be he would be way more popular than an Andrew Tate. He'd be one of the most popular men on the planet. If this guy truly had the answers to help men out, especially where we are now with a lot of these guys talking about they're lonely and people being single now more than ever, this guy would be on TV. This guy will be on Dr. Phil. This guy will be on the Steve Harvey show. This guy would be going on tours. This guy will be a way fucking bigger. I don't know why I'm holding a hanger.
Only the immersion protocol. Okay, there's very limited spots on that. It's a 3-day live experience boot camp with an 8-week virtual mentorship program. You save thousands of dollars getting it together as a combo. You can find out more details by clicking the link in the description or in the info card. Okay, but he's leaving out all the factors. And he talks about like the response rates too, which we'll see in a moment here. And again, that's related to how strong your interaction was, which is related to your confidence, how you carry yourself. Did you run out of things to say? How did you calibrate based on what was going on? What is your text game like? He's leaving all that out of the equation. He's inferring stats, looking at one variable only, his looks, okay, and ignoring all the other plethora of variables that go into making or breaking the.
It's the most important variable because oftentimes the looks dictate how she's going to respond to the interaction. It's gonna dictate. I'm not saying that in a way that women are shallow, because men are very shallow, but it's going to dictate how much effort that she puts into the conversation, and thus will allow the man to be able to work with it. So it's like anybody who's done improv, right? So if I'm doing improv with somebody and they don't give you anything to respond to, like if they don't yes and or some of y'all might not know what improv is, so maybe it's the wrong thing. Excuse me, I'm getting over a cold, y'all. But the bottom line is that it is he's not being honest here because it is one of the most important factors. It is. Not saying the other factors aren't important, but it is crucial. That's the pace rabbit for how the interaction is going to go. Is she highly sexually attracted to you?
Interaction.
Half of the girls you get numbers from won't even respond to your first message.
See, he's just drawing data off his own experience. But keep in mind, this is a guy with bad game. Imagine you had just some guy with bad strategy sit at a chess board and play a bunch of chess matches, or sit at a poker table and play a bunch of poker games. And then he's like, okay, these are all my inferences about how this will be for everybody else. It's like, wait a second. What strategy were you using? What moves were you making? How much of an expert are you at the game of poker?
The reason why this is stupid is because he's not being honest. He can't act as if so let's say he had the magic text message. First of all, there is no magic text message. That's the first thing. So is anybody telling you that there's a magic text message that's going to make all these women just responding to your text message is trying to sell you some fucking snake oil? There isn't one. But if he had the quote, whatever text message or system that he has, more than likely the success rate of even that is less than 25%, if we're just being honest, right?
Chess. He's not an expert at all.
Sorry, y'all, I had to pause the video for a second. Let's dig in.
Are you at the game of poker or chess? He's not an expert at all in this area. He's just a black pill retard that thinks the game is all looks mistakenly, and he tries to base all his views around that. Okay, that his whole world operates around, if you don't look like a Chad, it's over for you. He said it was over for me. He rated me a 3 out of 10. He later downgraded it to a 2 out of 10. And a lot of people think I'm like butthurt about that I have a vendetta against this guy because that. No, I think it's stupid, okay, because I have endless proof that I can fuck hot girls. And he disproves his own ideology by calling me a 3 or 2, because even if that were true.
He has endless proof, but I would need to pay for the proof, though, because here's the grift, right? The grift is, I then challenge, where's your proof, John Anthony Lifestyle? Then I would need to pay through a paywall in order to see the quote unquote proof, right? If I'm wrong, I could be wrong. I don't know all that much about this. I know some about this guy. I've seen his stuff before.
Which I don't believe it is. But even if it were true, I'm cleaning up, banging different hot girls every single day, and I have endless proof for that. Okay, I'm coming up on 2,000 late count. Time of this recording, I'm at 1,871 different girls. Okay, I literally just need 129 more to hit 2,000. I have over 22,000 phone numbers in my phone. I'm demolishing the game. I'm fucking girls like a rock star would. Oh, but he's a 3, he's a 2, and Wheat Waffles mogs you, and he's more attractive. It's like, you guys need to fucking get a grip on reality. This is a single-digit lay count dork, okay, that sucks at the game, that's inferring a bunch of statistics based off his little, going around bothering people in public with no game, looking like he's maybe 15. And then...
Wait a second. Why you keep on talking about his looks if it's not about looks? What does him looking like he's 15 have to do with anything? Y'all see where I'm getting at?
You heard him in the one interaction he showed. He was all giddy like a little schoolgirl and all this shit. And then he's like, half of them won't even respond to you. And it's like, that's because your interactions suck. That's because your text game is non-existent. And now you're going to tell everybody that if you look average, 9 times out of 10, she won't want to get to know you because they didn't want to get to know him, or that they won't respond because they didn't respond to him. Okay, even though his interactions were surely weak and there's no text game whatsoever, you can't draw off any of these stats. This is a danger of fucking just people putting out content. Okay, you guys are like,
he's not being honest though. This guy's not being honest. He's not being honest. There's a happy medium to this. He's not being honest.
Okay, so these are the real stats here. This is what I can expect. And he's telling you that if you're not near their age, or you have a different ethnicity, or you're a different socioeconomic status, that they won't be interested at all. Based on what? Based on his one data point of himself.
No, that's based on a reality. They've shown women, generally speaking, go for guys who are in their same ethnic group. They tend to go for guys that are like, this is not just his thing. And I might have to do a part 2 because this is coming up on 20 minutes. Actually, let's just do the part 2. I'll do the part 2 right now, y'all. So let me stop the video. Oh, like and subscribe, y'all.